Hi friends, it's Claire from Scrappy Nerd UK, and today I have a collab video for you. So these are the items that I had to work with, and I'll explain what I'm doing. So I've got Project Life cards, something from an old item from my collection, which was the wood veneer, something from a recent haul, which is the Hello Love paper collection, something I've been hoarding because it's too pretty, and I've chosen the Gather ephemera because I do hoard those, and yeah, the Project Life cards and a Big Shot or similar cutting tool. So this collab is with Scrappy Sisters. Now I do something on my channel called Stash Roulette, and they also thought of the same idea. Hey, great minds think alike. And they decided to do Scrapbook Roulette. So the concept is very similar. The items that you have just go into, you make a list of them, they go into a roulette, and then you just randomly pull out however many you like. I think the ladies at Scrappy Sisters, Katie, I think they tend to do 5 items, but sometimes I've done 6, sometimes I've done 7. So yeah, the 5 items I'm working with have been chosen by Katie for me to work with. So first of all, the photograph that I'm scrapping is one of me and my husband on our wedding day, and that'll be 10 years ago this year. I cannot believe I've been married nearly 10 years. So I thought I'd use one of these photos, and especially because I've used the Hello Love paper pack, I thought that I would go down the love theme as we like to scrap. So what I've done here is I do have a Big Shot, but I've also got a diamond press, and it was so much easier just to pull out the diamond press on this one. So I've used this Love die cut to die cut out all of these words on the layout, and I just start adhering those down with a little bit of glossy accents. As I said in my previous videos, I should really get myself a fine line bottle, as I would say I'm probably at the stage where I'm taking this hobby quite seriously now, believe it or not. So I do need to invest in a fine line bottle and some tacky glue rather than using up glossy accents every time. So I've just cut out 2 of each, the love word, 2 from each paper. And I'm just going to use the offcuts of paper to create my layers behind the photograph here. And I start with you can't see it very well on the photo, but the paper that I've backed my photograph with is the white paper. I think it's got black polka dots on it, with the little hearts as well. And there you go, you see me just flick into the next video on YouTube, as I do when I craft. I love to watch all the other amazingly talented ladies on YouTube whilst I'm crafting. Keeps me inspired. So I just did a bit of a fake look there, which is a little bit of a tip. So rather than using a whole wedge of paper, I do it here because I get lazy. You can just cut strips and then layer them behind your photograph, and it looks like it spans the full length of the photograph when secretly it doesn't, but nobody needs to know. So I've pulled out a doily from my stash. These doilies were very kindly gifted to me. I believe they're the Cambridge doilies, so I'm desperate to get my hands on a big batch of these because I absolutely love them. And I'm just going to bump that up on some double-sided foam to give it a bit of height and shadowing. Then next I come in with the Project Life cards, which is number 2 on my list. So number 3. Number 1 was the papers. Number 2 was the die. Number 3 is Project Life cards. So with Project Life cards, you don't have to use them in the traditional Project Life sense with the pocket page scrapbooking. Now I do Project Life, and I have hundreds of Project Life cards, but they can so easily be adapted to make embellishments with. So you'll see here that I fussy cut that heart out first of all, and then I also just trimmed down the card, and I believe it says I love you to the moon and stars back. and I'm just pulling out some of the ephemera pieces from, oh, my friend confessed to me that she didn't like the word ephemera. So if you're watching, Maria, this is especially for you. I'm using my ephemera on this layout, my Maggie Holmes Gather ephemera. I don't know if I said bloom earlier, but it is the Gather ephemera. And I absolutely love these floral acetate pieces. And luckily I have 2 packs of this ephemera, and it's been in my stash, and I've not wanted to use it because it's too pretty. But that's part and parcel of this whole YouTube video. You know, randomly have to pick those items. Probably I'd never in a million years have chosen to put all of these things together if I was sort of planning a layout, but it proves that it doesn't matter that you've got items from different collections. If you've got a similar colour theme, then you can make it work, and not necessarily colour theme. It can be just theme as well. So obviously the theme for this is love. So you've got the pink colours, you've got the lovey-dovey sentiments, you've got the florals. So everything thematically works. That's a big word. Works together really well. And that little die cut piece there with a number 2, that was in the ephemera pack also. Because it's a photo of the 2 of us, I thought I would include it on here as well. And that wood veneer that says love, that's been in my stash a long time, and so I thought it's time to use it. So I'm just going to add that to the over my photograph with some glossy accents. And then next I found this little die cut, and it's perfect to add the date on. Obviously I'm not going to forget the date of my wedding anniversary, but just in case. And I felt that it needed a bit more pop of black down the bottom, just under the photo, so I felt that worked really well. Then next, with the die, you'll see in the O that it cuts out a love heart. So I kept these little pieces, and I'm going to scatter these little hearts all over the page, trying to make sure that the colours from each paper are spread evenly and not next to the original die cut word. And then just using some glossy accents, as I do with a lot of things, to stick it down. So that heart that I cut out, the gold foil heart that I cut out of the Project Life card, I've just added that there to the left of the wood veneer piece, just to bridge that gap. It was missing something, and that was absolutely perfect just to squeeze that in there. And then I felt that the words were getting a little lost on this layout from the die cut, so I decided to go round them with a pen. It took me about 10 minutes to do this, but I feel that the effect following was well worth it. So you'll see here the finished, ta-da, the finished effect, and it pops a lot more with the black outline. And then I'm just going to finish my layout off with a few more wood veneer. So I've got the wood grain paper. I've obviously got the wood veneer with the title, Love, but I wanted some of the wood veneer to go over to the left as well. So I just pulled out some wood veneer hearts from my stash. Also, what this is doing, which I will confess to you now, is covering up where I've gone over the love words a little bit too rigorously with my black pen, and I've smudged it a bit. So final flourishes, just a little bit of pink, sheer pink lace, if that's what you call it, ribbon just to go through the tag because you have to. And I can't think of what else I do on this actually. Just a recap. So Project Life cards, paper, or something from a recent haul. I've been hoarding the Maggie Holmes Gather. The wood veneer was number 4. That's something that's been in my stash a long time. And number 5 is the die cut. So I managed to get all 5 things in. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And don't forget to head over to the Scrappy Sisters channel to check their layout too. And I'll leave the link in the comment down below for you. So see you all next time. Bye guys!